You already know that grooming is a key step to glowing up, but you have no idea where to start. Well, today I'm showing you the ultimate grooming routine that will make you well groomed and feeling your best. Let's start off in the shower. Still can't get over how weird that sounds. You want to make sure that your products are as natural as possible. Chemicals are going to be your downfall, so you want to avoid these at all costs. So for body wash, I like Native. I found that these make my skin soft without using any harsh chemicals like plenty of other brands do. And as far as scents go, I try to keep things as aromatic as possible. For one, I hate mixing scents, and for two, all those heavily fragranted body washes, especially with the weird scents, these are all artificial and therefore they're probably filled with a bunch of different chemicals. So if your body wash has a cotton candy scent, it's time to throw that away. And now let's talk about your shampoo and conditioner. You should keep these separate. So all those 2-in-1s that you might have, throw those away. If you really want to know why, shampoo is supposed to strip your hair and conditioner is supposed to hydrate and refreshen your hair. So these completely contradict each other. So having them in one product is probably going to make your hair suck. And speaking of which, another thing that's going to ruin your hair and skin is having way too hot showers. Now, right now, everybody's talking about a huge craze of cold plunges and cold showers. Look, cold showers are just way too much for me. I prefer lukewarm showers, but hey, here's your opportunity to be better than me. If you want to take a cold shower, you are going to have a leg up on everybody else. And now let's talk about your face. More specifically, your skincare. Now, I typically wash my face with the cleanser in the shower. I just find it to be easier, saves a little bit more time. And when I hop out, the first thing I use on my face is niacinamide and eye serum. This stack of 2 products has completely changed my skin and has made me look 10 times better, which is the whole point of a grooming routine. This is going to make you way more attractive, and skincare is definitely a key example of what the proper grooming routine can do for you. Now, that's just for the morning. At night, I definitely dive deeper into more products. This is where I have an exfoliator. I've been using retinol, super serum, and moisturizer, all of which are from T. Shanley, which has always been my favorite skincare company. But no matter what, you should always be using a moisturizer. And right now that it's hot outside, the sun is beaming, try to have your moisturizer with an SPF. There's way too many guys out there who say that they take care of their skin by doing the bare minimum just to go outside and completely trash it by not using an SPF. I get it, you're young, you think the sun isn't going to affect you. It is, and it's going to hit you fast, and a lot of times, by the time you notice that your skin is getting cooked from the sun, it's already too late. So start now, it's really going to carry on for the rest of your life. Another thing that everybody overlooks is shaving. Now, I've been there, I've been too lazy to shave, and the 5 minutes that I saved from not shaving also ruined my appearance. You look messy, you look dirty, you almost look homeless if you have facial hair that's not supposed to be there. Now, if you're blessed enough to have a beard and you're able to grow facial hair, just keep it trimmed. A lot of people think that just because they can grow out a beard, that they could just relax, that they already look better than everybody else. If you don't keep it trimmed and lined, you look just as bad as anybody else. If not, probably even worse. So look, one day I'm gonna catch up to you. One day I'm gonna be able to grow a beard, but just know if you are gonna have facial hair, keep it managed and keep it where it needs to be. Another place you need to start taking care of is your eyebrows. Get these threaded, get these shaved, whatever you need to do regularly, and this is probably the easiest thing that you could do to make yourself more attractive. You would be surprised at the difference you can make just by cleaning up your eyebrows. Now, I typically do this when I get my haircuts, but honestly, since I like my hair long, sometimes my eyebrows get a little bit messy. So right now that it's summer, I am making the effort to go get my eyebrows threaded when needed, which is more often than when I get haircuts. But if you're the kind of person who gets haircuts maybe every 2 weeks, make sure that you're getting your eyebrows done as well. And speaking of which, let's talk about your hair. You need to find the right hair products to make sure your hair is healthy, controlled, and looking its best. So we already talked about shampoo and conditioner. Now let's talk about the things that you could add in to your hair. As of lately, I've been huge into leave-in conditioners. This has been making my hair so much softer, fuller, and just the appearance of thicker. Now, since I have wavy hair, my leave-in conditioners help me achieve more waves and curls. So if you're in the same boat, then a leave-in conditioner is easily the best option for you. But if you have kind of straighter hair and you want more texture, try using something like sea salt spray and maybe a few clays. My favorite brand is Blue Mon. Use whatever's best for you. However, I would advise against any drugstore hair products. Look, when I was younger, I wanted the cheapest option available. So I went to Walmart, the CVS, and I picked up the first thing that I saw, which was Old Spice. All these drugstore products that are the cheapest option for you can damage your hair, and at best case scenario, it's not gonna do anything to your hair, but your hairstyle is not gonna look nearly as good as it can. So find a brand that's high quality, ideally with nourishing ingredients, and a huge bonus if it's easy to wash off. Usually water-based products, you don't really need to shampoo. You can get away with just water and conditioner to completely remove all the hair products when you're done with them, which should be at the end of the day. Now, honestly, a huge thing that's always helped me, and now I'm mostly specifically talking about hair products, but now that I think about it with products in general, is the fact that it is always good to try new things. There's always going to be a product that's better for you than the one that you're already using. It's It's trial and error, and this is a great way to be constantly improving. You can't just buy one thing today and think that you are set up for the rest of your life. It is going to get boring, you're going to get tired of it, so switching things up when needed could potentially make you look better, or at the worst case scenario, just be a little bit more fun for you. So from time to time, I will look up videos on how people are making their hair look better, and if there's a product that I've never used before and it interests me, then I'm going to try it for myself. That is what I recommend for you, whether it's hair products, skincare, or quite literally anything else. Now, another thing that everybody looks over when it comes to grooming routines is what they do with their mouth. I really hate the way that sounds. Point is, most people just use a toothbrush and that's it. And although that's not necessarily bad, but you are leaving a lot of things that you could do for your appearance on the table. The easiest switch that has helped me is when I switched to an electric toothbrush. This does a way better job of cleaning my teeth, gets rid of any plaque, and overall just makes me look cleaner, which is what you want when it comes to your teeth. It is disgusting to talk to a person just to look at their teeth and they have plaque or whatever they just had for lunch still there in their mouth, which goes to show that you always need to floss, which again is something that most younger guys completely overlook. Right now, what's really popular is a water flosser. I haven't had one in years, so maybe I need to pick up a new one, but as of right now, just floss every night and make sure that there's nothing in your teeth. And just to take it another step further, you want your teeth to be white. It is very attractive to talk to somebody with a nice smile. And honestly, that is one of the compliments that I get the most, that I have a very nice smile. And the way that I get that is with having clean, white teeth. Now, I've always sworn by Crest whitening strips. To me, this is my favorite product to use. It's easy, time effective. I've never had any issues of sensitivity, but if your teeth are on the sensitive side, then use it at your own discretion. But I am considering going to the dentist and getting them professionally whitened. Let me know if you think it's overpriced, if you think it's a mistake. Right now, I'm doing my own research, but that could potentially make me look 10 times more attractive. And now let's talk about what you should do to your body. Again, the bare minimum is to use deodorant. And just like what I said about the hair products, when I was younger, all I did was find the first deodorant that I saw and thought that I was set up and I was good. That is not true. Get a high quality deodorant, again, as natural as possible. You don't want any sulfates. Heavily fragranted ones are terrible. I have sensitive armpits, so brands like Old Spice, all these brands burn my armpits, so I swore to never use those again. The brand that I like most is Native, but I'm sure there's plenty of better brands that are vegan, cage-free, gluten-free deodorant. I don't really care. Native has served me well, and that's exactly what I continue to use. You should also use a body moisturizer. This is something that I personally overlooked for the longest time, just because I always said, I don't get ashy, therefore I don't need a moisturizer. And although that is still very true, the main reason why I use a moisturizer is so when I spray cologne, my cologne is sticking to the moisturizer rather than just my skin. So it helps it last just a little bit longer. Speaking of which, you need a good cologne. You want to be the best smelling person. And for me, my favorite cologne always depends on the season. It always depends on what I'm doing. But some of the most versatile ones that I've been loving recently is Prada Carbon, Aqua de Gio Profundo, and Coach Open Road. These three can pretty much go with me anywhere and be one of the best smelling persons in the room. Now here's something that I've never really talked about in the channel, and that is manscaping. My legs, for whatever reason, get pretty hairy. So I try to make the effort to trim them down just so my legs don't look like a Sasquatch. Also, this helps for those of you who actually do hit legs in the gym. This is going to bring out definition and make you look better. But like I said, I'm hairy, so doing it constantly, in my opinion, is just a huge pain and headache. I really only do it when needed. My arms don't really get hairy, but in my opinion, this is a good idea to trim down because your forearms can get very vascular and you don't want to cover that up with a bunch of hair. I prefer the brand Manscaped. This is the one that I've been using forever. I've always been a huge fan of this one. And the next thing you should trim down are your fingernails. Not gonna lie to you, I do struggle with this one from time to time. It is so easy, but it always slips my mind. So I'm trying to be more conscious to make sure that my hands don't look disgusting by trimming down my fingernails. And once you trim them down, you should file them after just to make sure that they are not rough and they're looking just that much better. And again, another pro tip is to moisturize after just to make sure that you're keeping your hands incredibly soft, which is a way bigger benefit than you might think. Now, I try to do these things on a weekly basis. That's kind of been helping me out, whether it's once a week, every other week. Again, get your haircut done, your eyebrows, whatever I mentioned throughout this video, but it all depends on your schedule. And one of my favorite things is smelling good, which we talked about a little bit in this video, but if you want the full guide on how to smell amazing, here's a video that's going to show you exactly that.